said, well, he's running, but...
He's whining?
I said he's running already.
Running.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
You shouldn't be saying shit you can't say on film.
That's right.
All right, I guess I won't say it.
You shouldn't say it. You should just do it.
Turn it off.
What? No,
I need to say something.
Oh, you need to say something?
You should ask for a slice.
I like Spam. And you know that it comes with a built-in knife. Don't crack that open.
It would smell, but I did not know
You use
that.
the lid as a knife.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hell yeah. It's because you haven't been to jail.
I remember though.
You really should go to jail for about 6 months. It would really fucking fix your life.
Yeah, but it might.
Because we can't put you in the military. Like, that's a longer commitment. But if I could afford to, I'd send you to jail for 6 months. It can't. I don't think it can be this jail either. It'd have to be like a real jail.
But why?
Like, I mean, where
am I getting
them?
here?
Nashville would probably do. But I mean, San
What
Diego.
about that one what about that one that's down?
The privatized one on the border?
No, that's down there that has the MRAP. That seems like a bigger jail.
The county jail here in Camden?
It's not Camden. It's on the. It's more closer to the fucking fairgrounds we go to for the chickens.
Oh, that's the state troopers over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of bigger.
It probably is.
How about we do this? I know we can make this happen. How about you do?
Your
how about
face
we'll
is
start?
so lit up.
Let's start with this because I know we could make this happen. I know we could make this happen. Let's start with a weekend
In Tijuana.
No, in the Waverly jail. We'll just do a weekend in Waverly.
What? But why?
Actually,
Come
because
in
you
on
need
Friday.
it.
Come in on Friday, book you
Okay.
in, spend the night and wait. Make sure you bring a toothbrush.
Yeah,
can
they
spend the night.
don't give you a toothbrush.
Spend the night
Yeah,
just
bring
to
your
do a
own.
weekend in Waverly.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Put some.
We can totally put that together.
Okay.
Like a scared straight program.
You learn all kinds of
But
shit.
I'm not doing it.
You learn how to tie. You learn how to tie knots. You learn cordage.
We got YouTube.
You could come out and do a whole. You haven't been using it. You could come out and do a whole cookbook on. Turn the lights on.
They are on.
You can do a whole cookbook on how to microwave cook. You can make pizza in the microwave. Bet you didn't know that.
I've made
Cobbler.
Pizza. I've made pizza in the microwave.
No, you haven't.
Tortilla, ketchup, Parmesan cheese. Many a times. And I can prove it. Oh, that motherfucker did eat. Oh, shit.
What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
He's thinking he left his pizza in the microwave
No,
at Rex and
someone
Rex.
was going to go pick something from my house and I had to open the garage.
That's a bad idea. What if they accidentally left something in your garage?
I got in my car.
Not if. No.
Okay.
I'm an oil refinery worker and I use a Marpat large tool bag for my tools. How's your day?
It was good. My legs are sore.
How's your day?
Copper beryllium? You
Why?
putting copper beryllium in there? That would be the best for Marpat tool bag. Some copper beryllium tool.
Skully, what do you think about Norinco 1911s and do you own one? Some years ago, when Wilson Combat was more of a custom house and less of a manufacturer, he accepted 4 brands of pistols for making custom work on them. Colt, Norinco, Springfield, and Para Ordnance.
That should answer your question right there.
What?
You know we have a guy on here from
Uh,
fucking Wilson Combat that comments all the time.
I don't care.
Facebook.
I don't care. Wilson Combat. There was somebody there that was high on crack when they said we'll do Norincos. You don't do Norincos. Period.
Okay.
You want a Norinco?
Why?
You
Chinese.
Yeah, because
They said that I heard those are the
Who's
best
they?
AKs.
Who's they?
A lot of people.
Who's they?
Shh.
Who's
you
they?
didn't let me finish.
Sonny doesn't say that.
I said if you want a Norinco, you get an AK-47, which is really a terrible copy of the Russian one. If you want a Norinco, you get an SKS. If you want a 45, you buy a real 45 made in the United States.
It's like going. You don't go to a high-end fucking seafood place and order a burger. But even worse, it's like you're going to Red Lobster and ordering pizza.
I'm not saying I'm
You just
right
told
or
me.
wrong.
You just
I
told me
have heard
pizza
of-
was made with fucking ketchup.
I said I've made pizza. You said
That's
you've
not
never
pizza.
made pizza in the microwave. I said yes.
With ketchup.
Okay, so
But
how?
that's not-
so
that's not
How do you make
you have
tomato
real
soup?
tomato sauce in
Well, that's how you
in prison or in
Yes,
jail?
we did.
Yeah. You make it. Haven't you ever
We
seen?
grow it. We had a fucking garden.
Okay.
Haven't you
They
ever seen
didn't even
Goodfellas?
know it was there.
What are you guys growing back here? Wheat? No, tomatoes. I want my pasta sauce.
Well, it won't just show up. I'll email John first. Laugh out loud. Awesome podcast, guys. John, have you picked up any new oddities? I have not. I'm not spending money on anything right now. Skully, what is SOTG?
Special Operations Training Group.
Jay Gibson said it stands for Secret Organization of Tough Guys. Have you ever heard that? I never heard that.
I've heard it.
And he got in with a note from his mom. His mom wrote him. I suspect one of the two things are true. Also, what is Det 1?
Well, Det 1 was really just a proof of concept for MARSOC. So the Marine Corps wanted to join the Special Operations community for the longest time. All the commandants were kind of against Marines being part of the Special Operations community
Because Marines only wanted to have control of Marines.
Yeah, because when you go to when MARSOC guys go to that theater, because it is a theater of clowns, you basically lose command and control of that asset. So why train a bunch of guys to be at a higher level and then give it over to the Navy or give it over to the Army, or who knows, the way they run that shit over there, the Coast Guard might fucking have your guys.
Originally it was supposed to be, it was half SEALs, half recon. There were some force dudes in there. And it was the original UDT mission is what it was supposed to be originally.
When did MARSOC come around?
2000.
I think we know a plank holder.
12 or. I don't know. It's not. It's relatively new in
Because Kurt
military world.
Kurt was over there when it was Det 1, right?
No, Kurt was doing something completely different.
Before that?
Yeah, that was different.
All those.
Palucci was because so basically what happened, proof of concept Det 1, the Army said you have to do all these fucking tasks in order to prove that the Marine Corps is viable for the Special Operations community. So Det 1 did all this fucking crazy, they did all this crazy shit before the war, and then when the war kicked out, they deployed so that they could, the proof of concept was accepted. The Army accepted proof of concept for Marine Special Operations Command, and when that happened, Det 1 was dissolved, and they started MARSOC. So Det 1 was just a proof of concept. They weren't like it was a completely real unit. It was fake in the sense that Det 1 was stacked. Basically, what what Force Recon did at the time was they stacked Det 1 with every fucking heavy hitter the Marine Corps had as far as that community goes. So it was really
to get it to go. And
it was really not really wasn't a great representation of what MARSOC would end up being, because MARSOC, once you go from a small unit, one unit, so this was I think it was a little less than a company size, but once you go from a small unit to, okay, now we have to fucking make this big enough to support MARSOC, they started pulling guys from Truck Company. They started pulling 7th Marine. I'm up in fucking 29 Palms, and they're like, anybody wants to volunteer to go to MARSOC, you can go to MARSOC. So it kind of usually 200, but so their numbers were a little skewed. Oh, now I think there's 5,000, or it's a big number, yeah.
So it's not a SEAL team anymore.
No.
Don't the SEALs have 2,600, 2,700, something like that?
No, that's all fucking inclusive, everything with support and everything.
Wow.
That's not operators.
So it's gotten a little out of hand.
I could be wrong on that. I'm sure that Reed will come on here.
I think that probably not in the near future, but I think as soon as we decide that we're done fucking around in the Middle East.
No, we're about to go back to the Middle East.
Maybe.
You didn't see CNN this morning?
Super important super meeting.
Yeah, Iraq has threatened to escalate their nuclear enrichment program.
Which
here it goes again. Here it goes.
I wanted to say something, but it not at the gym. I'm glad you brought this up. Like, I wanted to that makes me so fucking mad. Like, if you're a retard that believes that fucking post, that headline, like, then you are just a retard. Like,
well, here's the thing that
we run all those fucking facilities.
Half of
we dissolved the entire government. Any job that existed disappeared, and then we went back in and said, now you get to start back doing this. That
you're talking about Iran, not Iraq.
Iraq, not Iran.
Yeah,
Iraq.
There's nothing fucking going
on. You're trying to scare tactic people. Like, good for
you. The other half of the hour we were in there was about how Good Samaritans stopped somebody from committing suicide on the San Francisco Bridge, Golden Gate.
A plank holder means they were the first.
Yeah, they were in the original unit.
Okay.
Who do you know?
So they were in the original, the
Oh,
first
Billy
unit.
Joe was like,
Billy. Yeah, Billy.
Yeah,
Billy.
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's why I asked about the timeline.
They don't even have any centrifuges. How can they ramp shit up?
Precisely. That's fucking CNN's. That was CNN's fucking major
Even
headline
if they
this
did,
morning, though.
even if they did, we're running all those facilities.
I took
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
1911
saying.
class from Steve Fisher, and a guy had a Det 1 1911 clone pistol. Old ass Surefire and all. But I have heard it mentioned a few times. I have no clue what it is. Sounds like Marine Ninjas.
Yeah, so the Det 1 pistol. So the Det 1 pistol is not a real pistol for the Marine Corps in the sense of. So originally it was it's called the MARSOC pistol. No, I'm sorry, not the MARSOC. It is the MSPF, the Special Purpose Force 1911.
That's
It
one
was
you have,
all
right?
yeah. It was made by Marine Corps Armors, every piece of it. Eventually, they started getting these stupid contracts where Springfield would send them kind of.
So they were actually
guns and
making the
shit.
frames and everything?
Yeah,
So were these
the original guns. So the original 1911s that those guys were using
were Springfields, weren't they?
it didn't matter. It didn't matter because they were World War II guns. They were actually taking World War II guns out of mothballs,
Oh, shit.
sending them to Quantico. The fucking ninjas at Quantico would get on them, tune them up, put all kinds of fucking bells and whistles on them, and then they would go out to the Force Recon platoons. That started to change in the late 90s because I think
I want to say all the ones I saw.
Yeah, the ones
were
you saw
Springfields.
were all Springfields. That started changing in the late 90s because of where they were getting the pistols from. So they started uniforming that by getting complete kits from Springfield. 2 companies actually sent kits for the MARSOC one. Det 1 was a special contract just for Det 1, and I think those were all Colt guns. Maybe Springfield. I can't remember. I know a couple of guys that still have the original pistols, but that was one of those deals where they made a bunch of pistols, and then they made clones to help offset the cost of the pistols. The MARSOC pistols that you see now, those are completely made by Colt. The Marine Corps doesn't do anything. The RTE shop doesn't do anything to tune those guns up, and it shows because they have a lot of problems with those guns.
So it's for street cred.
What is?
Yeah, it was basically for street cred.
What is bells and whistles?
They
when it
changed
comes to 1911.
They changed the sight, beaver tail. There's a bunch of different things
Yeah.
they do to it.
Get rid of the beaver tail.
No, and
Bigger.
it's bigger. Yeah.
Oh, bigger.
And
Bigger.
it has the safety
But it's not
detail.
pinned.
It has a bigger...
No, they don't. You don't pin it. You don't pin the safety. There's no reason to pin a safety. You just need to train with your equipment and be proficient with your equipment, and then you don't have to worry about the safeties.
Well, because clocks don't have safeties now.
That's right. So, anyways,
I know. They have a 3-stage safety. They do not have an external safety.
I was gonna get that M&P with a safety. I thought about it.
Let's just get an
outside safety. Oh man, if it was ambidextrous, I'd have bought it.
Yeah.
I'd buy
Just
any
get an HK.
ambidextrous.
I can drop
My
one in it.
fucking-
I can take the plugs out and drop the safety in it.
The two HK's pistols that I have that were the most expensive pistols at the time that I bought these because I bought them together as a set. The HK USP Tactical 45 sets.
The small
Such a
SOCOM.
big gun.
It does. They don't come with ambidextrous safeties. I got these. I bought them
Do they
still.
still make USPs?
I don't think they make USPs.
Does HK still make USPs?
I don't think they do.
I would.
Does HK still make pistols?
Yeah.
Is HK still in business?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
the.
still in business. They had
Describe HK.
They had a, what do you call it?
Private.
A private entity
One man.
floated them. It was one guy.
That's
So,
real fuck you money.
Yeah, that's real fuck. That's probably Bezos. We're gonna pretty soon. You're gonna see HK on the side of all his fucking blimps and shit.
They'll have HK.
They only have
miniguns.
they only have 10-round magazines.
You want
But
me to drop a safety in that M&P?
what?
So you said if it had a safety, you'd have bought it. I can pull the plugs out.
Any
drop the safety in.
any fucking pistol with the left-handed safety on it, I buy it. I got a fucking Browning high power I never shoot. And the only reason why I bought it is because I walked in and I'm like, oh, it's got an ambidextrous safety. I'm buying it.
John, will there be a 22 T-shirt? If so, got to be a 1022 on it. It's my favorite 22, and I have a bunch of them in different variations. Which of the 400 would we put on the shirt?
Mine.
What do you got?
Yours.
That Magpul stock.
Yeah,
I would do your Magpul stock, 1022 on the shirt, but belt fed.
Ooh.
With little teeny belt fed bullets.
Ooh.
And we do the tips.
I want to say I've seen a belt fed 22.
They make a saw conversion kit
Then
for it,
take a
that,
cloth belt
but
or
it doesn't.
something.
Well,
Yes.
there's a couple of they're very expensive for those cloth belt
Yeah.
22s.
I gotta get that zero. That's what I need to go to Walmart and get some ammo.
The way you guys are getting these out and responding as quickly as you are is pretty awesome, guys. Thanks for all the effort that goes into it. I have a gear question. I'm looking to run a fixed blade in my micro rig in the document area. Any suggestions? Terrible idea. You're not gonna be able to fucking get to it. Like if your fixed blade is inside the document pouch, you are going to have to unclip it and open it to get to that. I put those clips on the front of the panel, not the back, because when we originally had them in the back with mags on the panel, when you lean forward it rips open. So we have those on the front on purpose. You won't be able to get that unless you're going to stick it up through there. I would recommend, if you're going to do something like that, get a Nimavara. I like that Benchmade Nimavaris that came with that Kydex type sheath with the eyelets, and then just fucking screw that bitch into things like on the side of your micro rig. It's not a good idea. Like usually a dude talking about putting something over 4, 5, 6 inches inside there, like unless if it's over the size of a pistol mag, like take a couple M4 mags and stick in there and see how that feels. The knife is going to probably be longer than that. You're not going to be able to access it, and it's fucking flat. Like when that bitch is on, even as big as you are, Max, when that thing's on your body, it's still somewhat curved. And then amplify that, it'll be even worse if you stick it over armor. That fucking thing's going to jet out to the sides. It's not going to curve with the...
The only thing I could think that may work is if it's a long enough knife and you put it on an angle, but even still it's going to sit like over, you know what I mean? Like where the sheath is in the Velcro and then like you put, but even still like
if you really want it on there, man, just fucking find an appropriate knife that will work and run fucking some screws through the mag pouch to the outside, and then, you know, maybe with some nylocks or
maybe
something.
you can run it underneath.
It's not ideal.
It's awkward.
It's
you're
not ideal, man.
Yeah.
A fixed blade knife goes on your belt.
I have a nail, a Strider nail. You get the one I got last year.
For that.
It's behind. It's on my plate carrier. It's behind all one of my mag pouches, but it's like.
You have a plate carrier?
Yeah.
Do you have cardboard plates?
Made out of steel, yes.
On the
Front and back. That's not true.
Duct tape. You know that won't stop bullets, right?
The steel? It should.
No, the cardboard.
You gotta use a lot of cardboard.
Maybe
The steel's going to come right up in your face.
I got the small protection.
What does that mean? You have a neck guard? You look like an EOD?
Yeah.
You have
This
a
is
helmet
full
too?
EOD kit. Yeah. Yeah. With
I would like
with
to see it.
That
with
would be
the
so fucking
SOG
awesome.
with the SOG EOD multi tool.
That would be so fucking awesome
I
to
wouldn't
just show
fit
up
in
at
it.
one of Jaeger's classes, not with
Oh,
the whole
shit.
suit, but just
Just
the
the
neck
collar.
guard, just the collar.
helmet.
I couldn't afford the spall protection, so I got to wear this neck collar.
You know what the small protection is? You just fucking.
No, I don't know what it is.
It looks like rhino lining, like truck
Yeah,
lining.
okay. So
yeah.
they used to have this honeycomb shit.
Yeah.
The plates I had, you could throw them in water, they'd float.
Mm.
They had a curve, and when they first came out, it was really the first plate that was trapezoid.
Yeah.
Shooter.
And they were curved, so they came across your body and everything. But they had like a spongy shit on the back,
Yeah.
and on the front it had little honeycombs all over it.
That's what mine has the curved shooter cut front and rear.
We shot those. I want to say we fucking put 10 rounds of.
Somebody was
I
saying
want to say it was SS-109 we shot those
Probably.
things with, and it didn't fucking. There wasn't even deformation on the back of them.
Yeah.
were they light?
Yeah.
Oh, you had the fucking ceramic.
No. I don't think they were ceramic.
I don't think they were either. I
They were
think the
some
ones you had
special
were
shit.
steel.
And
Or titanium.
They were super fucking light. They were super light.
Because mine are. I want to say mine are.
And you could-
15,
you
20
could-
pounds of
you
beef.
could-
Mine are fucking heavy.
They were like rubber, like you could do this with them.
No.
We shot them with. I want to say it was SS-109 that
Had
we
to
shot
been.
those with,
That's what we would have shot it with.
and we dumped 10 rounds or so into them,
That motherfucker's not light.
and they float.
And I had Rallyman pouches on it when I first set it up. So
Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like that.
3 Rallyman pouches, and I loaded that bitch to the gills.
Somebody just
With
asked
the
me.
plates and racked it on, and then like an hour into class, I was like, "All right, I'm shooting 2 rounds out of this man. Oh, I need to reload. Yeah."
Somebody just sent me an email and said, "Hey, I just got one of your medical insert trays, and I'm having a hard time fitting it in a stacked mag pouch. Is it supposed to fit in a stacked mag pouch? And I said, no. It's supposed to fit in a slot that will hold 2 mags or 3 mags. So I guess maybe we better add to the fucking website that not to be used in a slot that holds a single mag, just expand upon it.
It won't fit. It won't fit in a single mag pouch if there's nothing in it.
Well, I mean, yeah,
but maybe you could.
You're gonna get. You might be able to put a tourniquet in with it. You're not.
Could have split it open
dressing.
and ran the front half in one
yeah,
pouch.
that's what you might be able to do that. Maybe that's what he's trying. But the slot's just too small.
Oh yeah.
Because you got to kind of like get it. You got to kind of like taper it in, and then you can jam it in.
That's what I've.
So the pull-out med tray will go where you can put 2 magazines, right? It will go better where you can put 3. What that means is you can put like a 4-inch dressing or a flat pack dressing and some quick clot in there and some H&H gauze and a needle and an NPA. You can jam that in where you can get 2 mags. If you have a mag pouch that'll hold 3 mags, you can put more shit or bigger shit in there.
I ripped those rallies off and put stacked pouches.
Yeah.
So I'm running 6.
Yeah, that's the fastest thing we have.
With the bungee, yeah.
Until we have Mick Strider start doing our Kydex inserts.
It'll be faster.
Yeah, because we won't have to have any retention. It'll just be fucking Kydex insert retention.
Ba-dow.
Okay. The bungee's better.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
We used to make this. We made a mag pouch. They're like our pistol mag pouches right now, right? But we had a piece of Kydex inside before anybody fucking ever did. Did anybody do it? We did it before anyone fucking did it.
We
right?
did it before. We actually, or you actually did that. You were doing that shit before Eagle did.
So we took. It's a piece of Kydex. Think like 1.25 inch wide, right? But it was flat on the face, and then it came up and it bent in. So when you put your 1910 round mags, your 1911 mags in it, it would push them forward. So it offset them, so you could get a better purchase. Plus, when dudes started jocking up with armor and shit, like we had wedges on everything. Like when we were doing the Safariland holsters, we weren't running like a leg holster. We were taking their holster and building an offset, a drop offset, so it would go on the belt but clear the side plates when they started running side armor. So we had Mick actually. We took fucking 2x4s and whittled this shit out of this fucking 2x4
so we could heat the plastic and
so that we could heat the plastic, and we'd do a strip of it that was about 24 inches, and then we just fucking bandsaw cut them. It was such a fucking mess fucking with Kydex. Yeah. We brought a shipping container in, and we're doing all the Kydex in a fucking shipping container behind the shop. It just like, it was wrecking shit. As bad as the knife shit was, the Kydex was even fucking worse.
Are you gonna go back to doing anything like that?
I wouldn't fucking say here on this camera if we had that coming. Everybody would stop buying the shit we had. Don't plan on that. Don't wait on that.
I like the bungee.
Our pistol mag pouch, for the guys buying our pistol mag pouches are great, right? For the dudes buying our pistol mag pouches. For a real fucking shooter, like I tell dudes, like for a real shooter, you cannot beat fucking Kydex for a holster, and you can't beat Kydex for fucking mag pouches for pistol.
So my plate carrier is done. I'm not fucking with it anymore. The only thing I want to do is add a hydro or a pack or something on the back end of it. Just I haven't figured that out yet. I thought about a day pack, but I think day pack's a little bit big.
You're about to get super familiar with your armor carrier.
I'll bring it next week. So the next thing I'm working on is the belt. In the belt, I have a med pouch, and I think I have a drop leg on one side that I was trying to put the medical on there, and then I put a mag. I'm fucking around with that, but I want to get I haven't found the right model Safariland for my gun. That's my issue right now.
What's your gun?
It's got the arm on it, an M&P.
There's a company that's taking Safariland holsters, getting real Safariland holsters.
I know what you're talking about.
And they're laminating Cordura over them.
I know what you're talking about.
They're super nice.
I was going to ask you about him. I don't think we're on good terms with him.
I think he's shady as fuck, but I think the product is nice. I think that holster looks nice.
That's that was, and then
he builds.
I keep asking.
Go find something he builds. Go look at his social media.
All of it.
And go back fucking 2 weeks or fucking 4 weeks and see if we fucking
every weekend, because I'll be fooling around, and then I'll be like, and then I'll think about it, and then I'll be like, I just need to message him and be like, this is my gun, what fits it, and then I was like, before I do that, I'm gonna ask. Like, I'm gonna talk to you about him.
Get his fucking holster, man. I don't care. Get it if he makes a holster that's good. Get his fucking holster.
He takes Safarilands and
these dudes doing all this
them.
targeted marketing. All that means is that when they post some fucking advertisement, I see it because we have the same shit. I'm like, motherfucker, he copied our shit. He even copied our fucking verbiage.
He doesn't push his other stuff.
He's not building this shit. Somebody else is.
But apparently when it comes to Safarilands and wrapping them in Cordura or modifying
there's another
them,
option now. So
I did not know that.
So ATAX. ATAX is tied in with this dude, Burly Man Tactical.
Oh, yeah.
And he has some fucking patented adhesive system where they're putting Cordura on this shit. So it's fucking good. So you know how you get like the printed, you get the printed, you know how you get the printed Kydex, and then when you stretch it kind of fucking wonkies up. Who cares? It's camo. But this shit is like we were putting Cordura on fucking Kydex 20 years ago probably.
I like the idea.
We had a dude
of Cordura on it.
We had a dude. So it was it was the world's it was like the fucking secret of fucking Area 51, right? How does Safariland put that suede inside the holster? And nobody would tell you. So finally Dwayne got some dude fucking drunk from Safariland at SHOT Show one year, and he fucking told us, and he told us exactly, like, you can order the shit right off of fucking Amazon. Amazon didn't exist then. I think we ordered it from Granger.
Easily accessible.
There was no seat, but they were using silicone tanned leather, right? So the salt water didn't fuck it up and shit. But there was some you had to do something too, because it was silicone tanned. The adhesive wouldn't stick properly, so you saw separation from the plastic and the leather. So this adhesive would do both, is what it was.
Yeah, that was.
But man, it took us fucking. It took Dwayne. Dwayne had to get drunk like 400 times to find that information.
He would have done it anyways.
Yeah, it took one for the team. Fat girl grenade.
There was dudes like Green Force and NSR. They were making outside the waistbands with a sort of. Like ALS, more of an SLS system where like the hood, like it was sort of like level 2. Well, it is level 2. You have to hit it with your thumb, but I don't want the hood. I just want the lock, because I just need it to hold it if I'm, you know what I mean. Like I don't need 14 levels of retention.
So the seals got issued. It was with the SOCOM pistol. It was prior to the SOCOM pistol. They had 226s. And they were getting the Safariland holster, right?
Is the SOCOM pistol Mark 23?
Mark 23 Muzzer.
Okay.
So they had Safarilands for that.
Yeah.
We did fanny packs and we did chest packs for the Mark 23. So the Safariland came with a single leg strap, and the elastic was real good. It was 1.5 inch elastic, but the buckle was kind of shitty, and it was at the fucking bottom of the holster, right? So you need 2 fucking leg straps, or a wider center mounted leg strap. So we were taking the same holster, the same thing we used on our holster, and we were building it with the 2 leg straps and the detachable hanger, so you could just unclip it from your kit and leave that on the belt. And we were doing them 120 at a time for the Navy. We were doing these holsters. So we actually ran into somebody from Safariland at, maybe it was SHOT Show, because I walked right up to him like, hey, this is what we're doing. I have done fucking like 800 of these things. Just thought you might want to know. Maybe you guys, like...
You change what you're doing.
And they told me fuck off, so we just kept fucking doing it,
cool,
dude. We did a ton of them. I think we were charging $65 for that hanger system. Yeah.
Yeah, because once I started looking into them, there's low, mid, regular, and then there's can it out.
Offset,
offset, and then there's the... Not ALS.
And then for a long time,
there's this mod that you can, or this connection you can buy for the Safarilands that like UBR or something. You push it and then it pulls out, and then you can grab another holster and clips in, so you don't have to change the
G-code has something like that.
It's similar, but it's not the G-code. It's like
the G-code stuff looks pretty cool. I had some G-code stuff, and I don't know if I just had a different generation of plate, because it didn't lock in right, but the G-code shit looks really neat from what I've seen of it.
I haven't heard left or right or good or bad from it, but everybody's like, if you're getting a duty style holster, you never hear anybody say anything other than Safariland.
Right, there's not.
Yeah.
Well, the Navy was using blade tech shit for a long time. They were buying all the blades when we did the NSW rigs for them. they were buying the Blade Tech holsters, and they were wrapping it in hook Velcro, and then it would mount. That's what those side pockets were for. So the embedder pockets on the sides. That's why they're Velcro lined, because we could put the Safariland holster inside there, and then they could fucking cross draw it and then run if they're running dual embedders. That's what that's for. Same on the
radio's an embedder.
It was a bigger radio, so they would run one to talk man to man, and then the officer to talk to air, or their FAC. Well, you guys are getting these up. Any suggestions on how? Love the podcast. Move the damn shelf, though. It's on purpose. It's on
We're
purpose.
gonna put it in front of the camera next time, motherfucker.
Though, maybe the shelf adds to the frizen, probably spelt the wrong of the video, group of people whose views we value and we're in on the conversation. We're stood there with them in the storeroom having a crafty chinwag. The fuck? What language is that?
That's Daniel.
I know who it is.
He's from over there on the other side of the pond.
His teeth are getting in the way of his speech.
He's over the other side of the pond.
You should set up a zip line and shoot the yeet cannon at different targets.
They're making it.
Yeah,
start building.
I heard.
Start building your.
I will.
You need to bring photographic
I'm
evidence.
I'm going to buy that motherfucker. I am going to mount it in a frame. It's getting lights. It's getting candles.
You
it's
should.
Getting the whole fucking thing.
You should.
I may even have Nana bless it.
You should mount it in the trunk of the. What's the car you have?
The Interceptor.
The Interceptor. So when you open the trunk, it kind of like. You get what I'm saying?
It hangs. You should just tie it to some string.
Yeah.
So when you open the trunk lid, it just fucking flips around.
No. Just I'm sure we can figure out.
I would use twine.
Figure out something. So when you open the trunk, it kind of like.
550 core. Should we do a 4th of July sale or a 1776 sale?
I thought we.
Yes.
We've done the
4th of July. Okay, it's 1776. So
we've already done the 4th of July sale, John.
No, we did a code that came with a free pouch. That's what we shipped fucking 200 or so up today.
But it was 4th of July.
Right. Okay. So there's another one. 1776. We'll tell them now since it's going up.
Yeah.
You're gonna get an email tomorrow. I'm telling you ahead of time.
You're gonna get an email today when they're listening to this because it's going up tomorrow.
You're
Yeah.
You're gonna get an email on Thursday.
In the future.
It's a 4th of July 1776 sale, whatever she's calling it. And then you get what you do when you use the code. You get free shipping, and it gives you a different free pouch. But if you spend there's 3 levels. If you spend the first level, you get the free pouch and a 4th of July themed toiletry bag.
Free shipping and the free pouch.
And a toiletry bag.
For the first level.
For the first level. I might be off on this a little bit. Second level, you get all that shit plus another thing. And then the third level, you get all that shit plus yet another thing. And they're going to be, I think it's a toiletry bag, grocery bag, clothes bag, and they are going to be 4th of July themed colors. I think we're also going to do the Mother's Day. Was it Mother's Day tote or Valentine's Day tote?
Mother's Day tote.
Mother's Day tote. We're going to do that in themed colors also, but we're going to build it out of a much stiffer, heavier ballistic, so it'll be red and blue on the outside.
That's going to be something you purchase.
Purchase, correct. So I'm sure I've just thoroughly confused you, but check your email.
Just remember, if you get to the 8th level, you will get to sit in a kiddie pool with Pierre full of Jello. So
and remember,
go all the way to the 8th level.
Remember, you can't get to the 10th level when you find out about 503 without maintaining the 8th level first.
Yeah, that's right.
And there is Jello wrestling coming up.
I didn't flinch at that.
You're Jello wrestling.
I didn't even say you had to wrestle.
We have a list of people fucking volunteering.
Would you, if you were sitting in a pool full of Jello that Amanda made?
If you're going to be wrestling these girls, right?
Just sitting in a pool full of Jello.
I am telling you right now, titties have to come out if
Would
you're
you
fucking
eat
Jello
any
wrestling.
of the Jello that's
If I walked up and it had been tainted.
Yeah, no, just you're
right
in the pool. We are pouring Jello on you.
You're not going to have a choice.
Would you get a fistful of that Jello and eat it?
You're going to have 5 or 6 bouts. There's going to be pee. There's probably going to be some.
Well, I'm not going to eat it at the end.
Well, you won't have a choice.
I mean, I have a choice.
It's getting in your mouth.
These
girls are going to fuck you up and try to drown
Here's
you.
my problem. Here's not my problem. Here's what I think their problem is. I don't think people realize how heavy I am. I'm trying to be like.
Have you
I
not
sat
seen-
there. Look. Jess has been working out for a while.
Have you not seen Varsity Blues?
She's pretty strong, right?
Is it Varsity?
She's
What's the show? Old School.
Old school.
She's. I don't want to say she's bigger, but she's.
You're my boy, Blue.
She's got a bigger frame, right? Like
Yeah.
she's taller, right? She's not a petite woman by any. And I told her one day, I was like, "You'll be okay. It's okay." I said, "The house is on fire. I'm passed out. Can you at least drag me off the bed?"
No.
No.
This is funny because I said, "Hey, piece of shit, why don't you get in shape? What are you gonna do if Jesse's passed out and you can't fucking pick her up and move her?"
You can
That's
pick
how
her
that
up, can't you?
conversation
Pick her
went.
up and move her.
Yeah.
Not if you're fucking winded and you're fucking downstairs and the house
See,
is on fire
yeah,
upstairs.
But that's why we picked a really small place.
I just-
That's why we're moving into a tiny home.
10 steps ahead.
I
That's
just-
literally what I said. I go, "What? How you gonna live with yourself?"
I just imagine him with her ankles dragging her down the stairs and her head just hitting the stick.
Right. So she makes it out, but she's brain damaged.
No, come on now.
You can do more stuff to her.
If she's brain damaged, that's fine.
I mean, it's okay if she drools a
She
little.
doesn't really say no.
If you can just prop her in the corner.
Probably.
When we have sushi, if you just set her there, I mean, she can go a little bit.
That's-
We'll be okay.
I'm surprised.
You can feed her with a spoon.
She never says no, so really the limit is my imagination right now.
No, the limit's probably you.
That's
No.
that's always it.
It's
The
always
imagination?
Pierre is always the
It's the imagination.
limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you find out.
There we go.
Then you find out there's some other things out there you didn't know were out there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
know.
it's the imagination.
Look, I mean, imagine porn 20 years ago compared to porn now.
Well, the load time is a lot faster.
Yeah, I remember like downloading just a picture, like just waiting. Like, we got
Assault
4
Web,
minutes on
Assault
this.
Web, Babe of the Day.
Yeah.
BOT, Babe of the Day. Yeah, BOTD. That's where you'd go to look at naked pictures.
Yeah, and then once it got to the tits, I'd be like, God damn it, like this sucks. They're gonna load another one. Now it's like,
And that shit all went downhill when they're like, "You can't be posting naked pictures of your girlfriends."
Yeah.
You should set up a zip line. Skully, rockauto.com. Some of their stuff are repos. I have a 66 vet and I bought a lot of stuff from them. Reproductions, maybe.
rock auto.
Neosporin, Pierre? Hell no. We die of infection like real men.
Okay.
I use mostly Milwaukee tools. They're awesome. I'm starting to dig on Milwaukee, man. There's a good group on Facebook, and they're red and black.
That's why you like it. I like DeWalt.
After wearing out Husky tool bag for work after 18 months, I tried a Milwaukee tool bag. It didn't make it 6 weeks. The bottom wore out and the strap clip sewing ripped off. Quality wins, loyalty every time. Christopher Mercer, go on Facebook on the SOE tacked the top. I have it pinned, right?
Do you?
It's the video. It's a 1-minute video
yeah.
Brandel shot
Yeah.
of us driving over the tool bag and throwing the tool bag full of gravel. You will be fucking amazed at the amount of fucking little cunts that have shown up now. And there's like multiple dudes going, "I can do that with my Milwaukee tool bag that came free with my drill." I'm like, "That's awesome. Make a video and I'll share it for you."
I wish we could get. I wish you could pin comments.
Yeah.
Take
the
that.
top,
Yeah.
Well, you can search by newest comments. John, is it true it charges you for that on YouTube if I don't hit skip? I heard that, so I skip company ads for companies I use, but I don't want them paying for loyal customers again. Thanks, SOE and crew, for the awesome podcast and videos. Well, here's a secret. We don't do any paid advertising on YouTube, so don't trip. Watch them. John, out of curiosity, how many Stingray wallets were made? There was 100 made. It was a fucking absolute disaster. We sent them back fucking twice to them.
That's all we could get out of the Stingray that killed Steve Irwin was 100. So.
I bought the very last one sold. I tried to find the old video that I have watched them all, so it's hard to search. No, mine will never be for sale. It's in the gun safe.
If you look in the, because you did buy the last one, if you open the wallet and you look deep in the dollar pocket, like really look in the dollar pocket, the actual fucking stinger that killed Steve Irwin is in that wallet. So
just
you
so
got
I
the
can
good
say I have the last one. PTTP forever. Thanks SOE and crew for the awesome podcast and videos.
I hope you didn't throw it away.
I thought you were gonna tell me if you cut the wallet open between the two layers is the stinger.
I was working on a big shop air compressor at work today, and a coworker needed a tool for another job that was in my Jeep recovery kit. My recovery kit is in an orange large tool bag, and brought the whole thing inside and put it on the table, and the first thing he said is, "That's a nice bag." So I told him where I got it and why it is indeed a nice bag. The compressor runs our random vibration table inside the thermal chamber, so it's not working is a big problem for our company. I'm a mechanical engineer, but since we are a 20-person company, I'm whatever else is needed to get the job done, and this week that means air compressor mechanic. I found the bad part in the continuous run circuit, and the replacements will be in Monday. Hope the S3 Korea is doing well. Who is that?
You need a meter.
What does he do?
It is
Scott Neves. Neves.
I keep forgetting to tell you.
I need a meter.
Yeah, a voltmeter.
They got this
DMM.
fucking thing. It's called Amazon. I tell you every time you say we need something to fucking send me a
How much do you
link.
want to spend?
As little as possible, but as much as we need to make it fucking do what we need it to do. Fucking Cody ordered shit on Monday that came in here Tuesday. Cody ordered shit Tuesday that's already here today. All that aquaponic shit,
Yeah.
it's all
Most
fucking
of
here.
it,
We're missing two little things.
Mhm.
We're missing ammonia, which comes from the dollar store, and we're missing fucking like some pantyhose material
Did they
that
re-
comes from
Did
Lowe's.
they?
Swap the but that was local bullshit.
Well, I didn't know if they had all the.
Yeah, we have everything here. Like he's coming here tomorrow to start putting it together.
Huh?
Lowe's does not make you take a basic math test. They used to. It's pretty sad to see how a lot of people can't add and mess up skids of product. James Caruso, what's up, man? You know who Caruso is? Flex Seal and Marpat, no damage. This conversation about launching or not launching has been one of the funniest hands down of any podcast. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Flex Seal, you wanted it.
Boat.
Well,
Yeah. You talked about making a screen boat or something.
No, we talked about your boat having Flex Seal.
Oh, my canoe or whatever.
I see you boys removed my comment. The bunch of snowflake NPC incels, poor things, can't handle the truth. Keith McDowell,
what was his comment?
he's a fucking cunt.
Well, it
I
shows-
have it printed over here. He edited it. I didn't. That means he fucking.
Yeah, no, I know,
edited
that's what I'm
it, fucking bitch. He doesn't realize that I actually have it right here. He got on one of the videos and said, "Why don't you boys who pretend to be Christians and Americans go down to the border and stop the atrocities? I can't believe you're letting that shit happen." And then he fucking commented on this video and said that. And I said, "No one removed anything. Stop being a little bitch." He said, "Fuck you. You were the one whining like a bitch. Show me my original post, Cupcake." Fucking retard. You posted on another fucking video, dipshit. Freedom. I know I'm ahead here, but for the reason for saying God bless you is tied to the Catholic religion. The belief, sometime or the other, that when you sneezed, your soul left your body. The only way for it to be able to return was for God to bless you before your death. God bless you was and is a short prayer in a sense that came directly my second grade teacher, who happened to dress like a penguin and was a virgin at like 70 years old, supposedly. What?
Oh, yeah, allegedly.
What? Allegedly what?
She was a virgin.
Well, you know how that works?
Born again?
So when you
you're
say
a virgin every day.
yeah, when you say allegedly, she doesn't necessarily have to be a virgin in the sense that you're thinking. When they take on the habit,
Yeah.
so
From that
Jess could
celibacy.
Jess could technically be
Yeah.
a virgin in the
And the nuns wear a ring.
because they're married to Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You really think they're not having sex? I think the priests.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Sometime.
They're molesting little boys. You don't think they're fucking nuns?
No, because they're molesting little boys. What's a normal functioning female gonna be for them?
I had always heard that they thought when you sneezed, your heart stopped for a split second. And in that second, the devil may take over your soul. Hence, God bless you.
That's the plague.
I haven't heard any conspiracy talk for a while, and I've come up with an idea conspiracy with no evidence to back it up. So here goes. Hillary failed to secure Democratic nomination running against Obama. Then she finally secured the nomination but lost to Trump. It's my understanding that she's going to try again in 2020. That bitch won't fucking... Isn't she about to die?
who knows?
She's not even
Did
running.
they find Ginsburg?
She's not even running.
Yes, she is. Did
Is
they
she?
find Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Yeah, Ruth has popped up.
She dead?
Is it
She's
her?
not dead.
Is it her?
I mean, it was probably a robot. I mean, but
Think the only way she even remotely has a chance at winning anything is by offing Bill and using that to feed off people's emotions. Bill has been a liability to her since his presidency because of the scandal and allegations of rape. If she has the Clinton hitman knock Bill off, then she gets to play the saddened widow that's staying strong and trying to become the first female president. And people are simple and stupid and might actually play into it. Now, that's going to be some crazy shit if that actually happens. If I turn up dead after posting this, then you all should assume the Clinton's hitman has another notch on his belt. That's pretty good. Who said that?
I don't know. But that
She's not going to cut off that 350 grand a year.
well, here's the thing
I
about
don't give a fuck about that. They've got fucking...
here's the thing about Hillary and Bill is Bill
It's
is
not
the
the-
one. Bill is the one. Hillary is nobody.
Mm-hmm.
She's nobody. She even if Bill got killed, Bill would have a better chance of getting elected if Hillary was killed. All that bullshit about rape and all that, getting a blowjob in the White House, Democrats don't give two shits about that stuff. They would elect him again. Even though, I mean, he's too old now. But if he was the Bill Clinton he was the first time he got elected, shit, they'd elect him in a heartbeat. They wouldn't give two shits about rape, nothing.
You ever see that show on Netflix about House of Cards?
Mm-hmm.
That was on Netflix?
Yeah, I really believe that's Bill and Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
To a certain
Yeah.
like I bet you she walked in into the Oval Office and Monica was under that desk blowing Bill and she was like, "When you're done, we have dinner to go." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's no way.
guaranteed.
Like, she didn't. He knew she was staying. Like, she would be walking through the house when he's fucking other bitches.
He didn't get in the White House and start fucking other bitches.
No, he's been
doing that his entire life.
Yeah.
She knew the game.
Yeah.
She knew the
Oh,
game.
I think she's aware of it and she just doesn't give a shit.
She knew the game.
Talking to the chick after the fact.
Oh, all this talk of mortars reminds me of the IRA attack at Downing Street, I think in the early 90s as John Major was Prime Minister. IRA drove a van into London, parked it up, and put rounds into the gardens at the back of number 10 Downing Street. From the documentaries I've watched, the Secret Security Service were quietly tipping their hat to the IRA and the ability to carry out an attack. Damn it all, now I want to find the footage of the attack. There is a video of the letterbox on the door, number 10, rattling from the blast. Halcyon days. The piss poor hangers on we've got in government at the moment could do that. Could do with I'd better not. Gentlemen, thank you. There's no telling what Amanda. Oh boy, those words come out of my mouth as well. I've heard it said, love is when you could kill someone but would miss them when they're gone. I don't know what he's talking about. Flames from the exhaust. My Golf G60 would shoot flames. The fat exhaust I had fitted had no flame traps. Also, as the car had been registered prior to 92 August, I was able to have a cat taken off. It was the change from third up to fourth and banging the throttle back open that gave the best results. Not that I ever saw it myself, just what other road users would tell me.
So back to exactly what
Put a
I said it was.
flamethrower on it.
How can an adult say I can't swim? Instead, they should get in the water, figure it out, never have to say can't. My girls' grandkids couldn't be watched by their other grandmother at the grandkids' house because they had a pool and the other grandma didn't know how to swim. 60-some years old, she grew up in Puerto Rico, an island, and didn't learn to swim.
You'd be crazily amazed at how many people are currently serving in the United States Navy and cannot swim.
So being the safety Sally, I feel like someone should still be taught how to swim.
Why? Because you can't swim?
No, you know how to swim. You know how to swim.
You know how to flail, but like
You know how to swim.
I know how to swim.
Yeah, what was that?
Everybody
What
does.
was the John Wayne movie?
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody knows how to swim. You know how to swim. You just gotta be thrown in the deep end. That's all.
Okay, here's that fucking retard. John Willis, I said go ahead and post some videos of you fucking doing what you're calling us out to do, and I'll take a look. He said, I don't have any. I'm not on. Let me see if I can find. Here we go. Keith McDowell 3 days ago on one of the videos said, I have a question as a new viewer. Why are you boys not on the border rescuing those kids? How can a man, a Christian, a warrior, American that purports to American ideals and I guess Christian teachings let what is going on down there happen? I would suspect you know Rule 303, and I'm calling you boys out on this. You apparently have the means to do what needs to be done. Why are you not doing it? I assume you boys are trained in raids. If I'm wrong and you boys are just keyboard commandos, then forgive me.
Why?
What the fuck is he even talking about?
So
Is it somebody fucking with us?
It sounds like a Russian.
No. This sounds like
It sounds like a Russian bot.
54-year-old
McDowell.
It sounds like a
fat
Russian
dude that's just sitting on his computer, just fucking.
I still don't know.
Why you keep bringing up the Christian thing?
I
Yeah.
still don't understand.
Like, what the fuck does that have to do?
But
with
I don't
anything?
understand what he's talking about in the sense of
Rescuing
we need to
kids.
know what to
Rescue
do.
those
Rescue
boys.
kids, but then he's like talking about raids.
What, like,
you want us to shoot everybody down there? What you want us to look? The federal here you're talking about resources. The federal government can't do anything about what's going on down there at the border.
Where do we go for
My-
raid
Which side of
training?
the border are we talking
I
about?
don't understand what you're talking about.
Where do we go for raid training? That all of us are certified
Hold
in raid
on.
training.
I said,
It's
go
better.
ahead and post some videos of you doing what you're calling us to do, and I'll take a look. He said, John Willis, I don't have any. I'm not a YouTube gunner that claims to be a Christian and an American, and I'm a man calling you out just like you think people should call out and Muslims wherever Muslims do something bad. Are your feelings hurt, Felicia? First of all, I've never told you I was a Christian. I don't think I've ever fucking said that. And I don't know what you're fucking talking about with Muslims. So then he goes again.
Oh, it gets better.
John Willis, you answered my question with your punk-ass response. Thank you. You have made it clear you are neither American, Christian, man, or warrior. Thanks for the clarification.
Who speaks like this? Like, what do you drive, dude? Like a 1982 fucking Chevy pickup truck?
And I said, hey, bitch, here are the comments you said were removed. You're a fucking idiot. We will read these on today's podcast. Nice face, fake account you hide behind. And what is it you think is going on the border? I don't know what he's talking about. So this is on the video, why you can't do what I do. It's funny, like I'll put up shit like...
So it hit hard with him.
I go, you can't do what I do. And it's never like going, you can't fucking do this piece of shit.
Right.
It's always like clickbait, right? To
Right,
get them to
yeah,
click.
of course.
And they come on and fucking comment and don't even watch the video.
It's
Yeah.
like when Jaeger made a video that says women are too stupid to pick their own pistol out. And people like, you're such a... And he's like,
And the
you
crazy
didn't even
thing
watch
is,
the
it's
video.
never a chick either.
No,
it's always a dude fucking talking shit.
So how many confirmed or alleged confirmed rescues or kills do you have, Mr. Jesus follower?
So this is...
Hey, don't say nothing bad about Jesus. He makes good
Jesus
tacos.
is my homeboy.
That's what I'm
Jesus.
saying. He makes good
I'm
tacos.
just saying.
All
We're
right,
talking about
talking.
Jesus.
Jesus. All right, we're...
Let me cut that one.
Yeah, let's cut that one. We'll just keep that short, and we'll keep this one for...
Sweet.
Oh, man.
What, you want to keep
What?
going?
No, that's all right.
You want to keep going?
Well, come on.
I thought we were going to fire that guy up, but...
That was all I
really-
have.
Yeah. Maybe he'll comment. You think... So is this off one of like your morning videos?
Yeah.
So it's not even...
No, a YouTube video.
He commented on 2 of them, and then he doesn't realize that he commented on a different video,
He's an
and
idiot.
then commented on this one saying, why'd you remove my comments? And he commented on the first video, and then came and commented on this video, and he's like, how come you removed my comment? I go, I didn't, dumbass. You fucking commented on 2 different fucking videos, retard.
You want over under? You think he's over or under 60 years old?
I don't think he's real. I think he's a
Yeah.
Russian bot. And the only this is the
Not,
only reason
not
why
a Russian bot.
This is the only reason why I say that.
The verbiage makes it sound like
this is the only reason why I say that. He said Christian a lot and he
Yeah.
said Muslim a lot, which means he's trying to emphasize something which is usually computer generated.
Oh, you don't think it's a real person?
I don't think it's a real person.
I have a picture of what he looks like. In like the fucking burgundy truck that he drives.
Is he wearing a
he's got-
shirt that says "Kill Kami for Mommy"?
No,
No,
he's
it's
like
shirt's unbuttoned.
Yeah, a button, and he's got like a recliner.
And he said American.
Please tell me if I'm right on any of this stuff.
Because
He's got a recliner that's
The
worn
other
in.
thing that's in there was that whole. He said American a lot,
For sure, Bud Light drinker.
and then you're not an American, which the problem
It
is.
seems like he hasn't watched any of our videos.
How do you qualify that statement? I mean, literally,
Like, you want to see my passport? Do you want to
just
see
by
my
the
birth
mere fact that
certificate?
we're standing here makes
Yeah.
us Americans.
You're not
There's
like.
there's no
dudes
super
calling-
qualifying thing
I
to be an American.
really love the like dudes calling out other dudes for being like, you're a bad Christian. Like, let's go down that rabbit hole, motherfucker. Like,
So I
what have you
posted-
done for your community recently? When have you gone to a soup kitchen? When have you given back to your community? When have somebody emailed you and said they're in a really shitty spot and you sent that dude something to motivate him? When have you done anything positive other than feed? I can't really call him fat because I'm fat, but I really wanted to call him a fat ass right there. Fat
You
mouth
call
full
him
of
fat, you're
you know
less
what I
fat.
mean? Like, what have you done? Come back, comment. Don't be a bot. Tell us what you've done for your
So
community.
we had a dude, I had posted a link to the video on Facebook, right? I think it's probably this same video or the one before it. And this dude's like, I'm really getting tired of this guy just belittling people. I go, you obviously didn't watch the video. And it just fucking unraveled. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I served my country. What have you It sounds kind of like this dude, right? Maybe it's
Could
the
be.
same
Maybe
dude.
it's the same dude.
Maybe that's the deal. I go, what the fuck have you done? Where's your fucking videos? You didn't even watch this video, or you would know that I'm it's not about belittling people. Not only that, why don't you read the fucking 85 other fucking comments of dudes going, yeah, man, I got up and fucking walked a mile. Yeah, I just fucking bought my second property. Yeah, I just paid off my fucking mortgage because I fucking worked harder. Like, if you don't like it, fucking just... The thing with Facebook is, if you don't like what you're seeing, you can click a button and a little thing pops up. With 2 clicks, you could never see anything I post again. When I ban you, you just can't annoy us.
You still see everything.
You still see all my shit. The reason you're seeing any of it is because somebody who's on your friends list fucking tagged you in it, or somebody made a comment, and that's why it changed the algorithms.
This is the other thing I don't get is when, like, caveat,
It's amazing.
nobody gives a fuck about you. So why are you
nobody
telling
here.
everybody, anybody, no, like specifically this kind of, like this quality of person, in the world nobody
Maybe
gives
he's-
a fuck about you. So why do you have to tell
Maybe-
everybody,
maybe-
like,
Well, because-
I'm leaving. Fucking leave.
Because Marge left him. Marge
Oh,
left him.
for sure he was married to a Marge.
Marge left him. She's fucking the neighbor, probably
Yeah.
living in that house.
Yeah.
And he's paying alimony to her while she's fucking the neighbor. This dude's he doesn't have a 4-wheeler, he probably has an ATC, like a 3-wheeler, right? He's riding around someplace, probably with a fucking half-flat tire. I mean, his
3-wheelers
dog,
are cool.
his Marge left him. The dog died. The kids don't come see him. I get it, man. If you change something about you, things will change for you. This isn't, whatever happened to you isn't someone else's fault. Past fucking 30 days, even if it was somebody else's fault, past 30 days, that's your problem now, man.
Maybe we're wrong,
No.
but we're not.
No, we're not
But
wrong.
we're not.
There's just no way we're not. I think he's a bot.
The worst people on the face of this planet,
Or on the internet.
I saw them every Sunday.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dressed in fucking suits.
Yeah.
The biggest skanks in the world. The whole shebang. Right? Like, you would hear... Because, like, my parents always, like, would... Like, when we'd go to other families' houses, they always, like, shooed the kids out of the house. But, like, my parents were always like, oh, you can... Anything we're talking about, you can, like, listen to. Right? Like, you would hear these crazy stories of, like... This guy builds houses, right? Like, and we're gonna like support him because he's in our community and he goes to our church and he's a good guy and he's got a family and 3 kids. And he's like, yeah, I took all this money and fuck you, filed bankruptcy. Where's the money? Build the fucking house, or like, you know what I mean? Just people fucking this, and then this other guy goes to do business with him, and then this other. It's just.
Yeah, but that's not.
The people that claim the Christianity, the people that claim the Catholicism, are the worst people in the world.
But that's not the church.
Not all of them, man.
That's you.
Not all of them.
Majority of them.
That's people.
Majority of them. Like my godmother, God bless her.
That's
Right?
people.
Like that lady prays when she wakes up. Prays like yes, but nowadays she's the minority.
It's people. It's kind of like It's kind of like
I'm saying the people that hide behind.
So
it.
like this thing in Boston where they said that this over a 15-year period, this church, these priests were molesting these boys over this 15-year period. And there was I don't know what the number is.
Right.
Everybody gets up in arms about it. They're like,
Right.
"Oh my God, this is crazy! I can't believe the church is doing this. It's the
unbelievable.
church is fucking scumbags."
Let's look at private schools
But
and daycares.
if you look at they did this in a 5-year period. They looked at that municipality school district, and
Way
that
worse.
school district had 43,000 sexual assaults on campus. Way worse. It's one of those things like they talk about the military when they say the military's getting, when you talk about the military getting weaker.
The church is supposed to be a sanctuary.
You're getting a cross section. You're actually getting a real cross section of society.
Military?
In the military. So when
comes from everywhere.
They come from everywhere. That's the same thing with the church. The problem is that nobody's talking about. People are talking about it, but the problem is not the church as an institution. The problem is the individuals running the church. And for example, this current pope, the minute that fucking scandal came out that the Catholic Church was moving these guys around, he literally should have took responsibility for it, completely put it on his shoulders because he is the fucking pope, and he should have quit.
Extreme ownership.
He should have quit, and he should have made sure that shit was not happening again. The problem is, it's the same thing like with cops, where you get into that situation where you're the junior cop, and the old cops are doing shit that you're like, man, I don't think that's really what we should be doing. And then you end up doing it anyways because you just fall into that trap.
So I think everybody in life, no matter the situation, truly has a choice.
For the most part, you know what's right, what's wrong.
I don't. Maybe because I haven't been to jail. I don't know the cases in which there really isn't. But you may not like the second choice. It may even be catastrophic towards you. But there's always a choice. I really think it's people just doing whatever the fuck they want to do and what they think they can get away with.
Yeah, so of course that's what it is, what they can get away with.
But it's people. It's not the institution. If you look
like
at
that junior cop doing the not so great stuff that the senior cops are doing, just fucking either, hey, cut it out. No, then fucking leave. And if you say, hey, cut it out, and they say, we're gonna fucking kill you,
but you have to
fucking
understand.
leave.
But you have to understand. First off, you don't seem to be ever someone who's been in a situation like that. And second, as a society, as a fucking society, you think about everything you've ever been taught. As a society, we punish tattletales. So you think about every government whistleblower there's ever been, that motherfucker has been punished.
Okay, but
we punish tattletales.
But at which point, and this is for knowledge, at which point is the punishment worth it? Because that's the choice,
right? How is the
punishment
punishment worth it if it doesn't affect you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, if it doesn't affect you and you don't want to be involved...
It doesn't affect you. You see some shit going on, right?
Right.
And you're going to go... Let's say you see some shit going on in your community.
Right.
And you're going to go and fucking make that known. It doesn't affect you. Doesn't affect anybody you know. You just see some shit going on. So you open your mouth, and they come and burn your fucking house down and it kills your wife. Was it worth it? What'd you gain by it, by stopping it for some people, whatever it was you perceived to be wrong, that you were not involved in and did not affect anybody you knew? Was it worth it?
But
you're right, but your house is burnt down. It's like it's the same shit.
But if it's that's a
no,
kind
it's
of
not. It can always go extreme.
But right, but if it's stealing money,
you have this right and wrong thing. You don't realize you have not been out in a world where people will fucking hurt you. You won't see it coming. People will fucking hurt you. You've never been hurt.
So if you see somebody getting their ass whooped,
okay, why are they getting their ass whooped?
No, I got you. But
there's two sides to it.
I'm not arguing against what you're saying. I'm just trying to where is the line in which do you always say no? Do you always never?
No, you have to. You have to.
You see what I'm saying?
Assess. You're usually for the most part. You got 5 seconds to decide. That's
I'm 100% with you.
Run towards gunfire, run into the burning house, whatever it is.
Right.
I have a friend. Who,
if people are stealing,
I have a friend who was on San Diego PD as a training. So he's a training officer. He's not a training officer. He just got on the police department. He's going to his first real call with his training officer. He's going to his first real call with his training officer. There's a dude trying to break into a house. Dude's high on PCP. They get there. his training officer's like,
Pepper spray that mother.
you fucking get him. Go get him. Go get him. So my boy runs over, gets him. They start fighting. Throws him on the ground, flips him over, gets him in a chokehold. This training officer, that looks good, man. He's going to go out anytime. Yep, just keep squeezing. Fucking choked him out.
Training
Killed
officer knew everything that was going on.
Oh yeah, training officer and everything. Killed him. Dead right there. Killed the guy dead. Did not come back.
Why?
Crushed his larynx.
Okay.
Killed him dead. Anyways,
Yeah.
that incident changed the entire policy
On chokeholds.
on chokeholds. He was the guy that changed the entire policy for chokeholds in San Diego. But he was doing it by the book and to the letter, and the fucking training officer knew that
That could happen.
and just let it happen. And high-fived afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
And your boy was on suspension?
No. I mean, they did this internal fair, but the
You
problem
gotta see a
was,
psychiatrist for 90 days.
the problem was immediate. They're like, he followed the policy. He's within policy, but they canceled that after that. No more chokehold. But I'm just saying that there are.
I don't disagree with your statement that
Because this is
tattletales are
punished.
always right.
Are punished.
Well, not always, but
No,
but
they
like-
always are.
I'm just saying, I'm not
so
saying,
all those dudes that released all that information, like
I'm not saying
you don't think
I'm not
that
saying.
information being out there.
I'm just
is a
saying,
good
if
thing?
you look at us as a society as
Right.
a whole,
Right,
tattletales get punished.
right. You're not saying right or wrong. You're just saying that's
tattletales get. You
correct.
look at, for example, that news reporter that they just nabbed out of the fucking Ecuadorian Assange.
okay.
The only thing Assange leaked was shit that we were actually doing wrong.
All
that
truth.
were actually war crimes. That's what he leaked.
Correct.
He's probably going to end. I mean, well, fuck. He's already been technically in jail for 7 years.
Yeah.
Locked up in the Ecuadorian embassy.
Right.
He's probably going to go to jail for the rest of his life because he told the truth.
A real
Doesn't matter how he got it. It's the same thing with like Hillary Clinton. They're talking about she lost the election because somebody hacked her emails. It's the emails. It's not the hacking. It's not the fact that somebody hacked her account. They didn't hack her account and find a bunch of emails about her fucking, feeding the poor. It's her crackhead emails that got her in trouble. But they're going after the people that fucking leaked her emails. You always get punished.
So my
As a society, we punish people for doing the thing.
my default has always been the truth, what's right and what's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't disagree that.
Well, all I'm saying is you haven't.
So Assange told the truth.
You have no practical
It's a great, but it's a
You know what I'm
great.
saying? Like,
It is a great moral standing to say. It is great. It's great to have a moral standing where you say, "I'm always going to tell the truth, and I'm always going to try and do what's right." That's a great moral standing, until
it's tested.
you are actually standing on that plateau. You know what I'm saying?
I got
It's
you.
easy. It's
I'm not
just,
arguing.
It's
I'm
just
trying
like,
to learn right
yeah,
now.
it's just like it's just like saying you're a Christian. It's easy to say that you're a Christian until you're standing at the point until you're out in your front yard and your next door neighbor has her titty out and she's like, "I really want to fuck you." That's when you're going, am I really a Christian or am I not a Christian for the next hour and a half? You know what I'm saying? That is the test. So when you say like people going to church and then they leave church and they're a scumbag, that's got nothing to do with Christianity. That has everything to do with them not living up to the promise that they said that they would keep.
I don't disagree at all. Like my point was the people that flaunt it the most, flaunt their faith the most, are usually covering up what they, you know what I mean?
That type of person is typically going to church to make themselves look more acceptable in the public eye.
Arguably, there isn't a religion out there.
Or they think they know they're doing wrong, so by going to church, it kind of washes part of that.
Right. Arguably, there isn't a religion out there that if you follow to the T,
and I'm not
like you're going to be a good person.
I'm not a recruiter, but example I always did was I had the highest reenlistment rate for Marines as a staff NCO. So as
For
a
people underneath-
staff
you're saying
sergeant,
the guys underneath you.
I had the highest re-enlistment rate in the battalion for my Marines. And the reason why is because everybody will say this. They'll be like, I'm getting out of the Marine Corps. Fuck this place. I'm getting out of the Marine Corps. And I always do well, why are you getting out of the Marine Corps? Well, why? Because the Marine Corps sucks. Why does the Marine Corps suck? Because fucking Captain so-and-so or Staff Sergeant so-and-so or I go, first off, if you look at the Marine Corps as an organization, the same thing I feel about the church. You look at the Marine Corps as an organization. You just break it down as an organization. Forget about the people. It's the greatest fucking job on the planet. They give you free guns. They give you free ammunition. They give you free food. You get 30 days off a year. You get, if you're not deployed, you get every fucking federal holiday off. You get 96s and 72s just for going to work. I mean, it's the greatest organization you could find. The fucking Marine Corps was founded in a bar, and all we do is like to drink beer. How could you not want to stay in that fucking organization? And the best thing about the Marine Corps is every 3 years it's a whole new group of people. So it's not like you have to work with the same person for 50 years. In 3 years, you're going to have a whole new chain of command. So any sins that you have committed, but like, you know what I'm saying? If you've committed a sin in the last battalion, when the new battalion comes around, they're going to be like, "Hey, how you doing? Let's go. Hey, we're going to win things and fucking build things, and we're going to do great things, aren't we?" Your sins have been abolished. Unless you did something really bad.
How do you know the difference of when in my for me, how do you know when it's time to not look?
Well, you'll know.
Speak about. Well, but see, my default's always been just say the truth. Just tell what happened.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying? I'm not like this is how I'm gonna be.
I don't think you can. It's kind of like, okay, this is gonna sound bad because we're in Camden, Tennessee, but it's kind of like training for a gunfight.
Okay.
I don't care what you say. Yeah. I don't care what Clint Smith says, or I am sure that Clint will say the same thing I'm about to say, is until you're in a real gunfight.
Yeah.
None of them are the same. James will tell you that.
Until you're in a real gunfight, you don't really know what you're going to do. You don't really know what you're going to do.
Well, we know you're going to cry.
Probably.
But I'm just saying, you don't really know what you're going to do. So, same thing for you. You're standing on that rock, and you're going, my go-to was always tell the truth. My go-to is always tell the truth. But you don't really know that because you're not in that position yet. You're not standing there.
Here's how I look at it. Well, here's what I just thought.
It doesn't matter because you've never been there.
No, I'm saying if one person says, I'm going to run towards the fire. I'm going to do, you know what I mean? I'm going to do all this stuff. And then they don't, that's really going to fuck with their head.
Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
You analyze shit, you're just pre-game, you're gaming and gaming and gaming, but you've never played football.
I've had,
how many dudes have you had?
A Navy SEAL, a Force Recon, a battalion recon guy, and 3 guys in an infantry battalion that when it came to the point of going to guns, they did not do it. And that's a cross-section of fucking people who have been trained extensively. That when it came time to do it, they just wouldn't do it. And I guarantee you, none of those guys, prior to that would have said, yeah, I'm just not going to shoot anybody. I'm just not going to shoot my gun. They would have been like,
fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, this is what I'm here to do. This is what I'm... But it's once you're standing at that... I mean, it's the reason why Marine Corps squad is as big as it is, because you have a hard time getting people to really fucking kill people. It's not as easy as... It's not as easy as it sounds. But I just think it's that thing where I think it's great that you're like, I've got the flag of truth and I'm but until you're in that room with the cop asking you about Jess and what you know about this crime that she committed, and until you're in that room, you can't really say, I'm always going to speak the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I guess what you're saying.
It's a crossroad. We're talking about a crossroad. It's real. It's same thing. It's
Does
really.
it make you less of a person? Less
No.
of a right person? Less of a good person?
You just I mean, there's nothing wrong with going. There's nothing wrong with going to the crossroad to sell your soul to the devil and already knowing how to play the guitar, because you're just going to be that much better.
Dude, we talk a lot of shit on this camera.
Yeah.
That would have been crimes back then. Shit where we're like, oh, statute of limitations is up. Do you not realize that?
Yeah.
It's just.
So what the fuck would you have done if you were standing there?
Yeah.
Well, you need to fucking decide. Would you pick the phone up and told, or would you kept your fucking mouth shut?
No,
because that's what you're saying. That's how far it goes.
You know, there's nothing wrong. You're showing up to the crossroads with it's kind of we'll go back to the shooting thing. You don't see like we'll go back to the shooting.
That's loaded.
No, it's not.
We'll go back to the shooting thing.
It's not.
You don't want to.
Does it affect you? Who are the victims?
You're going to the crossroad with a set of ideas and a set of standards. There's nothing wrong with having that. It's no different than there's nothing wrong with making sure you have as much gun training as you possibly can in case you ever are in a gunfight. There's nothing wrong with having that. All I'm saying is
until you get there, you
have no fucking clue what you're going to do. Yeah. Hopefully it's muscle memory and you don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? And that is the reason why that exists. The reason why people talk about you got to practice until it's muscle memory is because they don't want you to think about it. It's the reason why if you look at shooting statistics between men and women, especially police officers, women will shoot faster.
There was that video that came out.
They will just shoot fast.
10 or 11 cops pointing at this guy, like stop, and this chick just fucking.
Yeah, women will go to guns faster because they're not thinking about any of it. They're just boom. So I mean, I don't know.
They have smaller brains.
Well, if you put all that muscle memory in there, then you can't think about whether or not the laundry is in the washing machine, which it should be, even though you're at work.
No, you want to put it in the dryer, because if you leave it in the washing machine, it smells.
Well, she should zip home and
That's because there's
fix
mold.
that.
There's fucking bacteria in all air. Remember we talked about that today?
Yeah, today.
Remember every day I say there's a whole other world out there that you're not aware exists.
Mm-hmm.
That just means I'm not taking you on any bank robberies yet.
That's exactly what I was fucking thinking.
I mean, there's just no way.
That's
you
exactly.
But that's
exactly what's been.
No, see, like okay, I got.
You know what's going to happen?
So if you're going to commit a crime and you're told about it ahead of time,
this is exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, so there's a difference between like, hey, we're going to go do this.
Oh, so you're okay with that?
I'm talking about you're walking down the street and you see some chick getting beat up, like.
Right. Why is she getting beat up?
I don't disagree. Right. Like you're right. Why is she getting beat up?
Did she just go in there and fucking smash her boyfriend with a baseball bat? And his brother's out there whipping her ass.
Did you hear
there's a difference between.
Did you hear the?
But like, if you came to me or you came to me and said, "This is what we're doing in the car," like I'm getting in the car. No, I mean you don't think I am.
Did you hear the thing about the shooter up here at the mall, the CCW shooter at the mall?
No.
So,
mall?
What's the mall that was underwater?
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Opera Mills.
So, CCW carrier, good to go. He's taking his classes. I think he was at a different level of training too. He's at the mall, and he's going around a corner where the employees sit. So it's not, you can't see it from the street and everything. He goes around this corner, and there's a dude standing with a knife like this with blood all over him.
Oh boy.
All over him. Blood all over him. Girl on the ground. Sees it, takes the corner, boom, puts two right in the dude's chest.
No.
Dude goes down, doesn't kill him, fortunately. Does not kill him. Fortunately, because the chick was waiting for him to come off of break and stabbed him 5 times in the fucking chest. He knocked her down and just pulled that knife out.
Should have left
when dude came around the corner.
Yeah, if you have a knife in you,
don't pull it out. Leave it in you. When dude came around the corner and dumped him. How would you like to be that guy?
Shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
There. Okay.
You know, I'm just.
I don't disagree. Like,
I don't have a problem with.
How many times have you gone into the fight? How many times have you taken the
I was
fight?
gonna say there's a scenario in there that's.
There's more than one of them.
Yeah. No, I know.
Where it's not what you think.
Don't get involved. Right. No, I know.
It's the same thing of somebody cuts you off in the parking lot and your chick wants to fucking honk the horn and flip them off and get you in a fight that you've never been in.
Right. You had to highlight that.
My dude's gonna fuck you
Because it's not. Because when that happens, right?
Yeah.
My truck tires cost $1,000 a piece.
Yeah. No,
My truck tires cost $1,000 a piece. So we hop out, that dude fucking runs on or whatever, or we go park somewhere else. You come out and your tires are flat.
Right.
That's $4,000. Or they break in there and you're a dumbass that keeps your registration in your car, and now they know where your fucking house is. So not only that, they come back while you're at fucking work and they grab your fucking shit. You don't know where this is going to transpire. All over, not just fucking drive on and fucking park somewhere else. Or road rage. How many fucking stories are there where some fucking dude flipped somebody off and fucking some shit happened and they fucking killed somebody? Or they fucking followed you. We got a buddy, fucking some shit happened on the freeway and they followed him and fucking a bunch of shit happened. Yeah. You don't know how far the next dude's willing to take it. Or what you just walked up on. You don't know. You have to make that decision. You can't fucking decide right here in this room. You can't fucking, you don't know. You don't know what right and wrong is.
No plan survives contact.
Yeah. That's Musashi. Or that's Sensei.
I've been in 3 fucking houses that were on fire. I didn't plan for any of those. I don't know how I would react. I didn't fucking think about it. All I remember is the last one driving into the neighborhood and seeing fucking police car fucking come flying past me. And I'm like, fuck, I hope he's not going to my house. That's what I thought. I hope he's not going to my house. And he turned right in. And he stopped and jumped out, so I fucking stopped and jumped out. The house was fucking on fire. I didn't know what we were running into. I didn't know there was living people. I didn't know what was in there. Any of the fucking 3 houses I've been in, I didn't know that was coming. I didn't fucking go to work that night and go, okay, if there's a house on fire, I'm going in. Never. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I saved a man and 2 cats and gave a cat CPR.
I think that's a...
And then the fire guys came and they gave the cat oxygen and we saved the fucking cats.
That's got to be...
That's what they're there for.
A learned reaction over...
Learned how?
Hundreds of just small encounters building up to that.
Like what?
Just how you've lived your life up to that point.
Yeah.
I was a shitbag.
Yeah, but shitbags usually know what's right and wrong. More than what's...
Yeah, you always know what's right and wrong.
Right? Like, would the shitbag not know what's right and wrong more than the person that's not a shitbag?
For the first Gulf War, I think it was, I want to say 2-5. The battalion commander's telling this story. They crossed through the barrier. They crossed through the barrier. Whole fucking battalion with tanks and everything crossed through the barrier, and these Iraqi armored personnel carriers and tanks are coming towards. So they're coming towards the battalion, and he goes, everybody just stood there. Like, we were all just standing there looking at these fucking vehicles coming, just standing there. And he goes, the biggest shitbird in the entire battalion, the guy that was always in my fucking office, runs out in front of the entire battalion with a fucking AT-4 and shoots the first fucking tank and blows it up. And then everybody was like, oh, we can fight now. And they got in the fight. Oh, shit.
Yeah, everybody knows right and wrong. I knew it was wrong when we were cutting those buckles off that shopping cart at Target, but we couldn't get fucking plastic buckles anymore.
That was... You fucking lied to me.
What?
I thought you said they didn't want those anymore. God damn it.
Would I have that story now to tell? Was there a victim? Did a kid get hurt from it?
No.
I don't know. It was fucking 25, 30 years ago almost.
Yeah, at least that.
Was it right or was it wrong?
Are there even targets there?
If I needed buckles back then and you were standing there and you knew I stole those buckles, what were you going to do about it? Call the police? John stole some buckles at Target.
No.
Well, then where's that line at?
I guess that line changes with
Who's
the
involved?
person, yeah.
Well, it's still wrong.
You'd be all right, Pierre.
It's got super serious for the last 30 minutes.
You need to think about those things.
What?
All of it.
I was just bullshitting about all of it anyway.
Allegedly. These are all fabrications.
There's a bunch of fucking tennis courts around San Diego that didn't have any fucking tennis nets. There's a bunch of hot air balloons that didn't have any of their fucking webbing.
The commanding general. So the commanding general, 2-star general in charge of Camp Pendleton, the base general.
It's over there. Volleyball court.
The base general. So the base general has this nice Mexican-style ranch house. They actually call it the ranch house. And it has a fucking tennis court. Doesn't make any sense. I think it must have belonged to whoever owned the property before, and when the Marine Corps took it over, they're like, ooh, that's the base general's house.
Yeah.
But it was a tennis court, and it had fucking, it had its fucking nets up. I think there was 2 courts. So, I think there was 2 courts. I think there is 2 courts. And every time we were running a pre-sniper course, so pre-sniper, we would be like,
Go steal the nets.
all right, we're going to make ghillie suits tomorrow. You need to sneak out to the fucking CG's house and steal those nets. They would steal those nets, and the fucking next day there would be brand new nets up. And they never, there was never any question, because, so literally the CG's house is right here, and the Division Schools is right here. So it was about...
It's part of a rite of passage.
Yeah, it's like maybe you were transitioning a mile to go get these things and then go back, but you wouldn't have to be a rocket scientist to go. Did that fucking pre-course just start? What? Because the fucking nets are gone. Nobody ever came over and was like, "Fuck."
Every time there was
What'd you use it for? Make a ghillie
Ghillie
suit?
suits, yeah.
every time there was a new sniper platoon, every time there was a new class, I would go with Jared and a couple of the other dudes. We'd go into the hotels in Oceanside or Carlsbad and just walk through and follow the maids around and find their place, and we would steal their fucking sheets. Because they would spray paint them for urban hide sites, so they'd have an offset from the window. They'd spray paint these sheets. We stole fucking hundreds of sheets.
That's right, Marine Corps, because you wouldn't pay for any
You
of
wouldn't
that
give, like they didn't have the
equipment. That's the other thing.
We'd go to Las Vegas and just go down hallways and stairwells until we found some doors that weren't part of the fucking hotel, and we just run through there and shit. That was trespassing.
That was the other thing. The Marine Corps is famous for this. Is they will tell you, okay, Pierre, this is what you're going to do. You're going to get on a boat and you're going to go fishing. You need to make sure you bring back 4 fish. And then they will turn around and leave while you're standing there like this going, well, I don't even have any fishing gear. I got a what?
It's about accomplishment. It's about getting it done.
Yeah, mission accomplishment.
They don't want to know how you got it done.
Know.
And if you get caught, you're disavowed, right? So don't get caught doing some shit, but you better get it done and do whatever it takes to get it done. You're always asking, like, how do you know how to do this, or how do you know that? Because we just fucking went and did it. We didn't ask. You're always like, what if? There is no what if. It's going to. We are going to fucking get it done. It is going to fucking happen, and there's not a fucking plan A. There's never, like, it's never an option. There's never an option to fucking fail. It's never been a fucking option. There's never been a plan for it. There's never a contingency for it. If fucking something changes and deviates, we'll go around it and we'll fucking still accomplish it. That's why we've been able to do what we've done. Sometimes I get fucking stuck someplace for 22 months. There's never an option. I missed 22 months, and I used the 22 months to learn and build and study, and I came home and made $1 million in the first 18 months I was home while I was on probation. There wasn't an option. Everything fell apart while I was gone. I came home, and I fucking just kept fucking going. There's not an option. There's no deviation. You always seem surprised when I say that.
No, it's not surprised. It's how you've ran your entire life like that. I feel like I've ran the opposite. So it's.
But that's what I mean when I say there's another world out there. Like,
no, I'm to be clear, I'm not fighting this or going against it. It's just.
I know.
It's like it's hard for me to process and like not worry about not worrying. If that makes
You
any
know when
sense.
you walk
get what I'm
out, you know
saying?
when
Like,
you've had your hardest days, right? Your hardest days here.
Yeah.
I'll bet you've had, in the last fucking 30 days, I bet you've had probably the fucking hardest days out of the last 10 years of your life probably here.
Yeah.
And you walk out of the door,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
He's
or
making a way.
or you know something's wrong, something I'm
Yeah.
fucking focused on.
Yeah,
It has
yeah.
nothing to do with you, right?
Yeah.
You're like, well, what do you do? What are we gonna do? I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter, man.
And I'm working on that. It's you're asking me, and I'm willing to. It's just not easy to change, to like rewire my brain.
It'll rewire.
I don't disagree, but like it's
But most of the stuff that you worry about,
yeah.
it doesn't
Stupid.
concern. Like it doesn't even affect us. Like it's like we're worried about some fucking kids in fucking Somalia. We don't know them. We've never been there. We're not going back. You're not going.
I'm not going back.
But-
They won't
but-
let me back in the country. I've tried.
But
When
again,
we go to bed,
but
we
again,
go to bed worrying about some motherfuckers that we don't even know exist.
But again, like I you'll make a statement, and I get quiet because not because I'm like mad or I'm like trying to like what am I going to say next time he says it? It's just like I don't know how to process it.
Don't process it.
Okay.
For real, don't process it.
But okay.
It's like this, right?
I'm like
It's like this.
It's
gonna go run a marathon.
unfathomable. Like I've never not been able to fathom something. Like even when we got like super religious, and I've been like, oh yeah, no, yeah, there's aliens. There's no, you're right. Like I've been able to, in my opinion, all these big things. But then you'll be like we'll be working out or something, right? And you'll be like, you've got more, and I'd be like, I don't even understand how. Like how like. You said some shit to me this morning, and I don't want to repeat it just
Go
so it's
ahead.
not out, right?
I don't care. Go
No,
ahead.
I know, but I'm telling you, like you said some shit to me, and I was like, how the fuck, like, you weren't wrong. And I like the only battle I've had with myself all day is like, do I admit that to you? If you know that, does that skew how you look at things?
That's growth.
You get what I mean? Like you're right. You're not wrong. You were fucking dead on. And it's like,
You know, it's all test.
what's the test?
Every fucking bit of it's just a test. It's all truth, but it's all test. How much time do I put into you, and how much fucking effort and fucking how much do we fucking develop you?
What's
and
the
at what
test?
point are you gonna fucking walk away? What we're doing, is it worth my fucking time? I really thought you'd have quit fucking 3 weeks ago.
I don't think you would have. The big motivation is being able to say "fuck you," I didn't.
Yeah, I don't care what the motivation is.
No,
As long as you accomplish the mission, I don't care.
I got you.
You're fucking growing, whether you realize it or
I
not.
just.
You're in a world that you are seeing something.
It's a whole lot of personal shit I might cut out.
There's nothing. We haven't said anything.
No. I know, but like, it's again like when you said that shit to me this morning, it was like he's not wrong.
We're doing rows, right? So we do rows. We do pull downs, lat pull downs, your major movement, and then we go over and do rows. Standing low, it's gonna make you thick, right? So I've got 45s on there. And it's boom, 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 boom. I'm literally doing like fucking 30 reps or whatever. Fucking, because it's light. Because I don't want to have to change the weight for these guys. I'm going to work out again. So I do 12. And then I give it to him and he does 12. I go, you got more.
We came off.
And he's like,
no.
I go, the only thing stopping you is you. I go,
We
you
did-
stopped at 12 because I went to 12. You have never fucking pushed yourself to failure. You don't realize what failure is.
We did the pull downs, and as soon as I put the weight up, he had gotten off the second machine. So like, what goes through my thought, my mind was like, if I take a breather for a second before I jump on this machine, John's gonna lay into me.
Mm-mm.
Not lay into me, but like he's gonna say something, right? Like I say lay into, it's not really that. I'm sure you haven't laid into me yet, but Like that's right. So I'm like,
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
okay, right.
Used
So
to do it to me in the gym.
so,
Every
so,
fucking time.
so like,
he is
every
so
time. So I'm like,
full of
so
shit.
I'm like,
I
every
can't.
time.
I
Okay.
can't break an old
you're
man.
with me
Every
right
time
now.
he'd be like,
you're with me.
"Fucking pussy."
You're standing there,
Every
right?
time.
Like, yeah, and it's not like fuck you, motherfucker, right? But it's he's gonna say something, so I can skirt this by just jumping on the machine, right? And like, am I not gonna do as many? Am I not gonna be as strong? Fine, because I just got like my arms are.
You saw my failure today.
Yeah,
You saw me fail.
yeah.
And
so,
what happened?
So you took the weight off and kept going,
Yeah. And then
and we're gonna do it next week,
No,
right?
I didn't take the weight off. I fucking stood
Try it
up
again.
for a second. I reset, and then I
Right.
fucking pulled it 3 more times.
So I jump back on the second machine, and we're only working like
It's
the
180
same
pounds.
muscles.
180 pounds on each side.
So I'm fucking. I did, and like my back's burning, and it's fucking tough, right? Like I'm sweating, I'm breathing heavy, my heart's fucking like I gotta catch. Like my biggest thing that holds me back is
Your head.
my heart's fucking. When I had that heart thing, right? Like I have this stupid thing in the back of my head. Like if I push it too hard, I just wanted 3 seconds. Anyways, so I do it, and I'm
Should
like,
we get a defibrillator?
no.
You know what this all comes down to?
Anyways, so I do the set.
But did you die?
I did not die. So I did the set.
We actually had this conversation.
I did.
What if he dies?
I know. No, yeah. I did that. Let me sign the
Jeff was like, I don't know, man. Maybe we should take him to the hospital.
whatever.
I'm like, you take him to the
weeks
fucking hospital.
couple weeks ago. So I do the set,
Let
and
him
I
take
get up.
himself to the hospital.
And I get up, and it was like, if I'd have took that break, I feel like I would have got less shit. Because he was like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you quitting? Why?" Like, and so he starts saying some shit, like he's saying stuff, and I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm happy and proud that I did it, right? Because normally I wouldn't. Like the standard is, yeah, no, I'm gonna take a second. You know what I mean? Like I need a minute to catch my breath and then jump on the machine.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I have to have you fucking upset or angry for you to operate at a higher level.
It shuts me
you're
down.
not, it doesn't. It doesn't shut you down. Left to your own devices, you won't do any of it. How many times you worked out on your own?
None.
Once. You went over to Dana's and did the bike.
No, there've been a couple times before that.
You can do this, but you don't do it.
I don't know how to work off of being pissed.
You just gotta go. You gotta fucking stand the fuck up on Sunday when you're sitting on the fucking couch and Jess is at work and go fucking do something. Stop being a piece of shit. That's all it is. Go fucking do something.
The hell is that in your water bottle?
Band-Aid.
Oh, I was like,
Where'd you get a Band-Aid?
I thought it was a fucking nicotine pack. I'm like, I didn't know
You got a band? What'd you have a Band-Aid on?
I didn't want to bleed all over everything. I was touching papers and stuff like that. I was working on gear and shit. I didn't want to put blood on everything.
He was actually bleeding.
I
put
was
blood
actually
on everything.
bleeding.
We issued.
You should have seen all the fucking
Yeah.
blood today. I had to kill these fucking rats, man. There was blood. I came in here with blood, man. It's like, what is all that blood all over you? Fucking all these rats got loose, and I'm like trying to club them with a broomstick because they're chewing the water. My fault.
Left the cage open?
Yep. No, I didn't leave a cage open. I pulled a bunch of these rats out and put them in a bin because I was going to fucking gas them, kill them off. And I forgot to. So they stayed out. Well, some of them were big enough to get out of the bin.
Yeah.
So I got 12 rats running around in the rat room chewing water lines. So I come in and you can just smell it right away, right? There's flooded fucking rat cages. It just has that stink. And so I open in trays and there's like these sewer rats just staring at you. They're all wet and they look like little creatures. So I gotta kill the rat. I gotta catch the rats, kill the rats, fucking get rid of the rats somehow. So I'm like stabbing them with brooms and hitting them with brooms. I broke my fucking aluminum broom in half. So luckily I had another broom there. So I finally kill what I think is all the rats. And then I gotta go through and fucking put water back in up top to see where it fucking leaks and where it's leaking out, and then find all the chew lines, and because they're looking for water.
Right, yeah. Yep.
You got this. The only one that doesn't think you got it is you. You can do everything you've done on your own. You'll never push yourself as much as fucking with some other people, though.
Make sure it's a Wednesday.
It's always a Wednesday like back in the day.
Yeah, but when you leave, make sure it's a Wednesday. That's I put my money on Wednesday.
How long did you think you'd stay?
I mean, I think most reasonable.
He didn't give you 3 days.
I think most reasonable. I think this is I don't think we have an employee until they've been here at least 90 days.
I agree.
That's
I
fair.
don't even know most of their names till they've been here 90 days.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't.
That's most places, though.
I don't think we have an employee until he's been here
That's
90
across
days.
the
And
board.
he's not really just doing employee shit too, though. You're punishing him in the gym, so.
So shorter period.
That's why I picked Wednesday.
Shorter period.
Yeah, that's why I picked Wednesday.
Gotta break you down, build you up. I'm not breaking you down. The only one stopping is you. You weigh more than I do. You should be able to fucking... I don't even expect you to move the weight I move. Surprisingly, you do.
My whole
when
life.
You do it, when you do something and you're like, all I can do, 8, and then the next fucking set you bust out 12. That means you had 12. That's your minimum. You keep raising the bar, and then you'll come in and you're like I literally did not want to go to the gym yesterday. I fucking hurt right now. I worked out 3 times yesterday. 3 fucking real workouts yesterday. My fucking legs and my fucking glutes hurt so fucking bad they're gonna hurt even worse tomorrow. I didn't want to go to the gym. I went to the gym because your ass was coming here. And Cody was gonna be here. Like, that made me go to the gym. The last thing I wanted to do was go to the fucking gym. When that alarm went off at 5:30, I did not want to fucking get up. And then I walk out. Was that yesterday or today? And then I walk out and I don't have my fucking keys. So I had to walk all the way back in here. And then I had to walk all the way back in here and get my fucking keys and come back and go and unlock that fucking gate. So, but yesterday when we went to the gym, I had the best fucking workout I've had leg-wise in a long fucking time. I don't know why. It's always the days I don't want to go. They're always the best. But you look at it wrong. You look at it just like I said. You look at it like John makes me go to the gym.
No, I don't.
You should look at it as I get to go to the gym.
No, I think most of the shit you're dead on, and with that you're wrong.
No, I don't think I'm wrong because you go when I go, but you don't ever go on your own. You had 90 days. We talked for 6 months. You know I wasn't gonna hire you. We talked for 6 months. I sent you videos and fucking checked on you every day and talked to you. I was just waiting for you to tell me you went to the fucking gym. I wasn't going to hire you. I told myself, if this motherfucker can't fucking go start working out on his own, I don't need him. If he can't do that in you had 6 months and not one fucking time you could go work out. I wasn't going to hire you. You were fucking hanging yourself every fucking weekend. I'm like, what happened? I just kept waiting. I didn't even ask, did you go to the gym? I told you that you needed to go to the gym. I told you needed to get in better shape. I told you if you're going to fucking move with us, you have to be able to move like we move. That's just keep up. You couldn't even, when he brought you in here, you couldn't even fucking get to the other edge of the property. We were already there. You had 6 months to start moving towards the possibility to decide if you even wanted to fucking do this. We talked about this. Guys were like, man, I can't believe you went. We talked about this for fucking probably close to a year, really. You had a year to do something. I wasn't going to hire you. You can't fucking walk through the mall and keep up with me. Everybody's like, you walk so fast. Even dudes that keep up even dudes in shape are like, man, I can't keep up with John. He walks so fast. Little ass Amanda can. Fucking legs half the size of mine. That's 20 years of practice.
She's in a backpack.
You got this. You have to start putting some of your time in, though. Not just my time. It'll make you better everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. It'll make you better at home. It'll make every aspect of your life better.
Yep.
Alright, turn that shit off. You want to have a last word? Have the last word.
Buy our shit on Amazon.
Yes, Amazon. Go to the bottom of the page, click that link, get your super lube or whatever you need.
If only Jeff would click the super lube.
Of course. Who doesn't want?
All Jeff's shit.
Who doesn't want
Stop,
a
just stop,
55-gallon
stop.
drum of
Just
lube?
stop. I'm cutting the lights off on you.
We've even tried to
turning
buy a
the lights off on
55-gallon thing of lube.
I have a 55-gallon drum.
I
Buy it
know.
off Amazon.